The anticipated return of Major League Pickleball is finally upon us, debuting its loaded 2024 campaign in the heart of Georgia. We're at the Lifetime facility at Peachtree Corners. A 2-hour delayed start today due to the rain conditions we experienced this morning, but we're so thrilled to be with you all day long alongside current veteran pro Michelle Esquivel. And Michelle, first MLP that you're not playing in, but what do you love the most about Major League Pickleball from your perspective?
Oh my gosh, what a great intro, Michelle. Yes, I love the team dynamics. I love seeing new partnerships. I love the chaos. We were just talking about how chaotic this MLP event is, and it's going to be an event. I can't wait.
It absolutely is. I think everybody was waiting for this one to get underway. 185 days have passed since the last Major League Pickleball event. Let's get to the order of play now and what we will be showcasing here on Pickleball TV all afternoon long. And we begin with a Premier level matchup. There are 12 Premier level teams. The Columbus Sliders, Riley Newman's team taking on Christian Elshon and the Texas Ranchers to kick off our day. And then we move on to the Challenger level. The Frisco Pandas taking on the 3-time MLP champs, SoCal Heart Eights. And then we wrap up with another Premier level beefy matchup. Jack Sock and the New York Hustlers will take their shot at Riley Newman and the Sliders this evening. Here's the look at the Texas Ranchers. Christian Elshon will be playing alongside Pablo Tellez in the men's doubles format. How about Tina Pisnik and the campaign she's put together on the PPA side of things? Teaming up with Etta Wright, who will play the left? That's the question. Yeah. What else do you like about this team?
I love that it's Tina Pisnik's first time on the Premier level, so we're going to see some high-level action from her. I know she wants it. So it's going to be exciting to see what the women bring out in this match.
And let's take a look at the roster for the Columbus Sliders. And Riley Newman was the player that they built this team around. Megan Dazan on that list. Connor Garnett, a very sneaky pickup for them. And then Brooke Buckner, the last selection for the Sliders, the former Michigan Wolverine playing for the team in Columbus, ironically enough. But what's jumping out to you on this list?
Yeah, also the men's matchup here with Connor and Riley. What a team that got put together. You're right, that was a sneaky pick, and I'm excited to see what kind of chemistry they put on the court.
The Columbus Sliders initially formed in 2022 by owners David Cass and Doug Ullman, both currently residing in Columbus, Ohio. It's so much fun to have Major League Pickleball back on the circuit. First stop of many here in Atlanta, Georgia. We've got the PPA Grand Slam event to follow this one coming up next weekend. These players will be in Atlanta for a couple of weeks, and this is just so much fun. Major League Pickleball, the most revolutionary format in pickleball. These teams were drafted, 2 men, 2 women coming together, a different format this year for the draft, and it's been so much fun to follow along. And how do you anticipate these new teams shaking out with a different draft style this year?
Yeah, I mean, the draft was interesting, right?
Yeah.
And we were all looking forward to it, and it was super exciting. But when they get on the court, you kind of finally see, like, okay, how is the chemistry with this team? Are they clicking together? Do we need to make any moves? It's so exciting to just kind of finally seeing it in action. So, yeah, it's going to be intense. I love that the crowd gets a little bit more involved with Major League Pickleball. It gets a little bit more hyped up. Every point counts because of the rally scoring.
Yes, so should also mention that format.
Yeah, the format. Let's hear it.
Yeah, 25 points, games 25, win by 2. Last year you had to win on your serve. This year that rule has been taken out. You just must win by 2. How does that change things for these pros from a player's perspective?
Oh, that puts less pressure on the person or on the team that's ahead, because you could win it on the return. You don't have to get the side out and then have to win the following point, so you don't have to win 2 in a row. I think that puts a lot less pressure on the serving team that's ahead.
Yeah, so. Great point by you. And, of course, if it goes to that dream breaker, games are to 21. Also win by 2. Doesn't matter if you're serving or not. And we are awaiting the coin toss to determine which doubles team is going to come out first in which order. And another big nuance here as well is you want to win in regulation. It is worth more points to win either 3-0 or 4-0. You do not want to go to a dream breaker because you get less points.
Hey, the teams don't want to go to the dream breakers, but the crowd wants the dream breakers.
Of course, exactly. 3 points are awarded if you win 4-0. As displayed, 2 points for a dream breaker win and 1 point for a dream breaker loss. So this MLP season is more similar to an NHL schedule, an NBA schedule. We have a certain amount of designated games. You total out the points for your team and determine who makes it to the top, who drops down to the challenger level. There are so many things at stake and so many things to break down. But don't worry, we've got you covered all weekend long. We're only getting started here on Thursday. Our coverage will continue Friday, Saturday, and Sunday as well. And to play off of what Michelle was discussing, there was a bidding process for the 2024 draft this year, meaning the teams had up to 1 million draft points to bid on available draft slots. So you had different strategies there. You had the Seattle Pioneers. Dave Fleming will be in the booth later tonight, who went all in on Ben Johns.
Right.
Understandably so. And then you have teams that are a little bit more balanced. What do you think about different selections in that sort of format?
I loved that because the bid first, right? You have to put in a comfortable number on what you want to bid on as a team. And then you get to decide, okay, well, I won the bid. Which player do I want? So a lot did have to play with that. And Riley Newman at number 4 overall pick for Columbus Sliders. I mean, that was awesome. That was a good start. And he, like you said, he was able to build his own team and kind of figure that out. So that was exciting. That was fun.
Absolutely.
And Alshan number 7 pick.
That's right.
Right? So just a few spots behind. And they were teammates on DC last season. So it's cool that they're now on opposite ends. And it'll be fun to watch.
Yeah, that was really the season where Christian Alshan broke out, right? He finally got that promotion to the premier level. Now what was he going to do with that opportunity? He seemed to run with it. He was the first player in MLP history to win championships at both the challenger and premier levels. He's proven in this kind of format, puts in the work, and we have the verdict from the coin toss. We're going to start with women's doubles first. Tina Pisnik and Etta Wright taking on Brooke Buckner and Megan Dazan. So Megan Dazan obviously plays with Etta Wright on the PPA tour and plays on the right in that partnership. Etta Wright plays the left. Brooke Buckner typically plays on the right as well, and Tina Pisnik likes the left. So quite a conundrum to start here in women's doubles. How do you break this down?
Yeah, well, interestingly enough, I want to just talk about how Etta and Megan just played with each other at the LA Open and took bronze in women's doubles. So again, partners are now playing against each other, and it's interesting to see all the players in different spots. And I think this is a good time to figure out the chemistry. This is the first match of the season.
Yes.
So this doesn't mean it's going to be like this the whole time. You never know. On the side switch, they might switch it to something else depending on their matchup. So let's see how it all plays out.
They will change ends at 11 to Michelle's point, and game on.
Ladies,
Tina Pisnik playing the right. Will serve to Brooke Buckner on the right. Long for Dazan, and excuse me, they will change ends at 13, not 11, misspoke. And point number 1 over to the Rangers.
I love how they were all kind of being patient there and just kind of testing the waters. Nothing too crazy settling in.
Point.
Kind of tricky there off of the line. Whenever we have new courts, I know the players complain about the white lines because brand new courts, so it's something to get used to here on championship court.
Way to be big, Megan.
That's a big play for Megan Dazan, and Dazan had to sit out some time with an illness. Good to see her back in the mix.
1-2. 1-2. Point 3.
Yeah, it is, and once you get that first point on the board, I feel like everything else just kind of settles down, and you could play a little bit more aggressively.
3-1.
But now's the time to get a rhythm.
Point.
It looks like the players are targeting Megan right now. She's been hitting unforced errors
4-1.
here in the first few points of women's match.
That's a beautiful play by Etta Wright.
Yeah, Brooke decides to get a little bit. See, this is what's happening. Everyone's just kind of testing out the waters here, seeing what's going to work for the teams.
Yeah.
And it's the only way to find out.
What are the nerves like right now
Yeah,
for the players? I mean, in this sort of dynamic.
A timeout. Well, it looks like there's a timeout. So, yeah, it's getting it out of your system, just getting it all out there. It's tough coming back from a 5-point lead. But really what needs to happen is the confidence. I think especially Megan needs to just kind of build it up. Brooke decided to kind of let loose on that last point, which is okay to do. You kind of just got to settle in that way. Just let it go. But yeah, just good start by Etta and Tina, just coming out with a lot more confidence.
Well, that's a tough team to beat. Two players on the rise. Etta Wright taking home another title with Ben Johns, most recently in Utah. Tina Pisnik earned gold there as well in women's doubles with Leah Jansen, and such an amazing story in the sport too, Tina Pisnik.
Don't forget, Brooke got a gold in singles.
That's right, her first in
LA.
LA.
We've got some all-stars out here. Let's go.
There's the power of Megan Dazan finding her rhythm.
Yeah, and nice and safe, nothing on the lines, just going for high percentage.
2-6. 2-6. Let. 2-6. 2-6.
Patient point, and what a spot for Etta Wright to find the left foot of Brooke Buckner.
Yeah, good point there. That's a tough shot to hit, especially if your partner's not helping you out with that forehand.
Wow, that's a nice play. Megan Dazan had to speed it up. Brooke Buckner cleaned it up. Tough team to get through, Etta Wright and Tina Pisnik.
Yes, what discipline you have to have on each point. You got to be patient and wait for your time. And a great serve by Megan Dazan to put the pressure. I love it.
Nice.
Yeah, high one from Brooke Buckner. Got them in trouble there. Good spot. They got to keep going there. Tina, as you mentioned before, she is a left side player, so I would be targeting her just a little bit more.
Just wide for Dazan.
Yeah, she got a little jammed up there on the backhand as it was coming right into her body. Good spot.
After the serve, I'd love to know why you would target Tina more on that right side, strategically.
Oh, that's a tough break for Megan Dazan. Yeah, just because, you know,
10-5.
you have a little bit more confidence playing on the left. The role of being on the right side, you have to be a little bit more patient set your partner up. So just kind of targeting her a little bit and waiting for that pop-up, even though she's consistent as crazy. You don't want to get Etta too involved because she is more of the aggressive player. Oh, and Tina getting aggressive. I like it.
Side out, point 6.
There's the pressure that they put on Tina. Way to work, Megan Dizon. Dinking down the line is no easy thing to do.
Easier said than done. Tina Pisnik creates the pop-up chance. Finishes down the middle.
Yeah, and Etta and Tina were able to really put them in an uncomfortable spot by dinking to the middle, to the middle, to the middle. You'll probably see a lot more of that throughout the entire game since it's helping them with their success.
Point.
And a little miscommunication there between Brooke Buckner and Megan Dizon.
1 point away from the end change for the sliders.
12-6. Side out, point 7.
Yeah, rare miss there by Etta. She's usually consistent as crazy on her thirds. See if they could build some momentum
7-12.
here.
7-12. Point.
Nice. Nice dink right on that non-volley zone line. Little skitter there. Helps them out with another point.
8-12.
Oh, overcooked it. Did Brooke Buckner. Fun point at the kitchen.
13-8.
So there's 13. They do the side switch here, but yeah, the patience from both teams and the discipline is so awesome. So we'll see if they could keep up with that.
The sliders get to 13 first. We're going to take our first timeout on the broadcast as well. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Atlanta, our first Major League Pickleball event of the season. The first of 8 regular season events. There's a good look at Tina Pisnik, not wasting any time getting comfortable on the right.
That's pretty impressive that she could do that, but she does have a great partner.
Absolutely.
So gives her confidence.
Point.
Megan did have a really good speed up there and got the combo she wanted. She just couldn't execute there. Maybe she'll find it again later on in this game because that was looking pretty good.
Clean finish. That backhand is a thing of beauty from Tina Pisnik.
And Pisnik and Wright are obviously targeting Megan Dazan right now, and you know, trying to find something there. It's been working for them here in game one. Nice reset.
Point.
Brooke looks at the line like, again, another skidder.
I know.
It does happen. It does happen on fresh new courts. Welcome to championship court.
Right.
17.
Right. It was deemed the female Ben Johns on the Pro Tour.
Point.
Oh, unlucky there. Looks like Brooke's been struggling with that backhand dink.
18-8.
The spot that Pisnik and Wright are definitely obviously targeting right now.
Point.
Nice, and a backhand attack down the line.
19.
I thought she was just playing high percentage. Nice, good patience there from Dazan. Good spot. It's tough when you're down by so much, 10 points here in rally scoring format. You're trying to settle into a game plan, but you know, feels so far away at this point.
Goes fast, but you can come back fast too.
That's right.
But
when Etta,
Like that.
when Etta puts on the pressure, when team puts on pressure, then that's where you kind of run away with it right there.
29. Point.
And an overswing by Megan Dazan. Little frustration there.
21-9.
Understood, you know.
21-9. Point.
Oh, and then another big overswing by Brooke Buckner. They're just trying to let loose. That's all they're trying to do.
22-9.
You feel so much pressure against such a solid team that rarely makes unforced errors. I feel like you got to overdo things sometimes.
Side out. Point.
There you
10.
go. There's some good aggressive play.
10-22. 10-22. Point.
Hey, that's a good spot hitting to Tina's forehand right there. Hey, just go for it, Megan. I like it.
11-22.
You have to on the left too, right?
That's right. Go for it. Oh,
Side out.
just
Point.
wide.
23.
Texas Rangers 2 points away from taking the first game in his best 3 out of 5 if you need the 5th
23-11.
string breaker. We'll have men's doubles coming up next. Megan Dazan says thank you very much.
Yeah, nice setup by Brooke, going to Tina Pisnik's backhand foot.
12-23.
Slightly pops it up right into Megan Dazan's forehand foot away.
Side out. Point. 24.
Tina responds with some aggressive play. Hardest shot in the game, reset. Slowing down a ball that's coming at you a million miles per hour.
And the Ranchers will take game one, 25-12. All the pressure falls on Riley Newman and Connor Garnett to even out the series as the Ranchers go up a game in this team format matchup. We'll be right back to present you with the men's doubles matchup on the other side of this short break. Welcome back to Major League Pickleball, debuting its 2024 campaign, the first of 8 regular season tournaments. We present you now with the men's doubles matchup. Such a juicy one we were just talking about at the break. Christian Elshon warming up and teaming up with Pablo Tellez, the lefty there in the blue. And meanwhile, Riley Newman in the far right corner of your screen in the white teams up with Connor Garnett. So what's the scoopsies on this one, Michelle Escobar?
Yeah. So as we mentioned before, Riley Newman and Christian Alshon played together on DC Pickleball team last season. They played as partners, and now they're competing against each other on new teams. I feel like that's exciting to always play against a partner that you were with last season. But also Connor Garnett. I mean, he is playing with one of the best, I feel like, right side men's players in the game. That's just my opinion. And Connor Garnett has definitely proven himself to be an exceptional left side player. And you also have that kind of on the other side. Pablo Tellez, lefty on the right serving here. We'll see what this matchup brings. I'm so excited and pumped for this one. Hope you guys are too.
First serve will be Pablo Tellez, the lefty, over to Riley Newman. Good to see Newman back on the pro scene.
Game 2,
yeah, we've
time
missed
in.
him.
Yeah.
0-0.
Makes the sport better, that's for sure. Tui Nation, a little bit long there for Connor Garnett. It's his new brand.
Yeah, you got to show that early.
1-0.
I'm not scared. I'm going to test you guys right off the first point.
Easy finish for Alshon. How about that trigger pull low from beneath the kneecap? So deceptive.
2-0.
Connor Garnett Got the
4-1.
combo he wanted with that 2 backhand into that forehand put away.
1-2.
Games to 25, rally scoring. Switch ends at 13.
Side out, point 3.
Ah, tough bounce there. Riley Newman trying to figure it out.
3-1.
I think it's his first match playing with the Vulcan ball since we haven't seen him on tour.
Ooh, Christian Alshon fires one inside in with some swag to match.
Yeah, you got to pay attention to that
4-1.
footwork. It's so fast and quick. You don't know where he's going to go with that shot.
And a head shake too from Pablo Tejas. The Ranchers off to a hot start.
I love that everyone kind of
5-1.
settled in there and everyone was being patient, see who's going to pull that trigger, speed up that ball. Oh, good move by Christian Alshon, but it sells just long. I really like how Alshon and Tejas are putting the pressure
2-5.
right off the bat. They're playing aggressive. No fear.
Ooh, clean finish. And Riley Newman getting tested right now on the right.
6-2.
Tejas and Alshon welcoming Riley Newman back with some aggressive play.
Side out, point
That's
3.
the shot he wanted right there.
By the way, the Ranchers won the toss. They chose to react when it comes to the mixed doubles matchup. The Sliders chose to receive, and the Ranchers opted to put the women's doubles team out first. Why not?
Point.
And smart move since they took that one by a lot. I think it was by 9 or 10 points they took the women's
4-6.
game. Great way to start. Set the tone.
Side out, point
Okay.
7.
Christian Alshon says, I'm going to go ahead and just poke this ball right here. It's a good spot. You don't
7-4.
know.
A little off-speedish.
Yeah, a little
looked
off
like.
speed and right to the body. It's tough to defend or be aggressive on
Side out, point
when you
5.
hit right into the body.
You can't appeal to the ref. No. No ref.
Oh,
5-7.
Pablo Tejas asking the ref if it was in or out. The refs don't decide the calls.
Point.
They could either challenge or just move on.
Alicia
6-7.
Smith, one of the best refs in the business.
Side out, point 8.
Riley Newman struggling right now with his backhand reset in the midcourt.
8-6. Side out, point 7.
But he's able to be aggressive and stay confident and composed there.
7-8. Side out, point
Whoa.
9.
That was a really wild serve, missed serve there. I haven't seen that from
9-7.
Connor, but in the last Red Rock Open, he did miss 10 missed serves in his mixed doubles match.
He struggled with it a little bit in LA as well, but mentioned he was making some tweaks to that serve, so maybe taking some time to implement that.
8-9.
Just dominant
Side out,
from
point 10.
Christian Alshon.
That's where they're playing their best. That's where they
10.
took the lead in earlier on in the game, and that's how they're getting this 2-point
10-8.
lead here. I like it.
Tejas takes over.
Yeah, they're just both playing so well right now, so confident.
11-8.
reset by Tejas.
Yeah, he was a great reset. This is the easy one.
It's interesting when it goes so fast, and then when the ball slows down, it's like you have to find that different rhythm of like slowing down.
Timeout, point 12.
Just ever so slightly hops the corner with a heavy inside out. My goodness.
I'm super impressed with Alshon right now.
Timeout, point 10.
Nice put down by Riley Newman.
10-12.
Oh, trickler.
Oh my, what a point, what a gift from Garnett. Didn't matter, the Ranchers get to 13 first on the end change.
I love the energy. Let's see if they can hold up on the end change here.
We're gonna step aside for just a moment, take a breather after that point. Can't wait for more of this one. The Texas Ranchers up 13-10 on the Columbus Sliders to trail a game 2. This is a team format event.
13-10.
All players were hand selected by their ownership and general manager teams. Ooh, Pablo Tejas takes off for another earning on their side.
Yeah,
A lot of pressure.
Yeah, a lot of pressure from Tejas and Alshon right now, finding every single opportunity that they could be aggressive on. They are taking it, and they're executing so well right now.
Oh, Connor Garnett with the setup on Riley Newman. What do the Sliders need to do to chip their way back into this one?
Well, I feel like Riley just found a spot right there on Alshon where he went to his backhand side and set Connor up. So Riley's usually the one that is aggressive, but that hasn't been working here. I feel like they need to settle into the point and find the right spot so that they could be aggressive. It's tough, and it's not your game style. It's not what you might be great at, but it's something that you have to find, especially when a team is playing so well. You have to change it up and be able to be a little bit dynamic. And a foot fault's called. Pablo Tejas pushes off that line with his right foot. Good
Smart
catch.
choice by Riley Newman to cause the miss.
I mean, you can't just, go back to the things that haven't been working. You have to find something, and Riley Newman right there just shows that prime example.
Oh, athleticism on full display by Riley Newman.
And a big let's go right in front of Christian Alshon's face when he misses.
Well, gamesmanship between the former partners who won an MLP title together
13-15.
for DC last season. Ooh,
Side out,
There's the
was-
point 16.
quite
Yeah,
wide.
That looked like the first
16-13.
miss one. It's just very big on the mistake. It's not like he missed by a little. It's just like he's really kind of.
Point.
Balls missed twice. And then things like that, little things like that, where you're missing your serve or your
17-13.
two-handers not going on, all that builds up, and especially against a team like Ashan and Tejas.
Point.
Handcuffing Riley Newman was Christian Elshon. And you look back to that service error when it was just a 3-point game. It's tough to go high risk, high reward in this rally scoring format, especially
18-13.
in traditional format when you're bailed out by that sort of scenario in a sense.
Side out, point
Yeah, Riley
14.
Newman looking like he's going to come over with his backhand and then surprises you when he's there hitting that ball with his forehand down the line. Good move by
14-8.
Newman with that fake. Let it reset.
Point.
Christian Alshon looking to speed up, but it didn't work there.
Elshon has a whole series on YouTube about
15-18.
his speed up choices and going off speed at times too. It's very
Side out, point
interesting if you're
19.
looking to learn more about his style. The tweener king.
19-15.
Nice
Point.
ball by Pablo Tejas. Very patient, but very persistent on the side of the Ranchers. They're picking their
20-15.
moments.
Yeah, they're playing so well right now. Oh, and the
Side
ball
out, point
just
16.
drops down at the baseline. All right, it's Riley Newman's serve
16-20.
now. Let's see if they could get one here.
Side out, point 21.
He sees it. Connor Garnett sees it. He's just a little, too much behind that ball,
21-16.
causing it to sail just long. Oh.
Point.
So much pressure. An onslaught from the sliders, or the Ranchers, excuse me.
Yeah, it's funny seeing a righty and lefty
22-16.
play for the first time. There's a lot of communication and a lot of bumps. That's what you get.
Side out,
Good
point
spot by
17.
Connor Garnett. Signature backhand roll across court. Let's see if Connor Garnett
17-22.
can make this serve. There you go.
Challenge accepted.
Side out, point 23.
It's a good look by Alshon. Off pace, speed up.
23-17. Point.
And this return into a match point for the boys here.
24-17.
Oh, an ambitious
Point game.
HEP
25-17
sealed
Texas
by
Rangers.
Christian Elshon. What a finish for the Texas Ranchers, up 2-0 on the sliders.
I just feel like Riley and Connor couldn't do anything to get by these guys in this match. Well played by the Ranchers.
Well played indeed. And so now we move on to mixed doubles. The Ranchers get to react and are up in an advantage 2-0 on the sliders. We will see what matchups they choose on the other side of the short commercial break. 3 team points are up for grabs here, and the Texas Rangers stand just 1 game away from clinching the match. If they were to take this one, they would get 3 points as a team. This matters in the context of the season. All teams will participate in 5 of the 8 total regular season events this year. This is the first of 8, as mentioned. There are only 2 premier level teams not present in Atlanta, Seattle and Utah. And so, a lot of pressure right now on Brooke Buckner and Riley Newman, who the Columbus Sliders opted to put out first on their side. The Texas Rangers had the option to react. They put out Christian Elshon and Tina Pisnik. Your thoughts on this strategy?
My thoughts is crazy because I would think Tina would want to play the left side with Pablo. Maybe Pablo's, yeah. Good mix-up. It's good. It's unpredictable, so that's kind of fun. And yeah, I don't know. It's going to be close. I haven't seen Buckner and Newman ever play together, ever. And I'm going to say the same for Tina Pisnik and Christian Elshon. I've never seen these. And this is what we love about Major League Pickleball,
I know,
right?
It's the best.
So you never know what you're going to get. You can't even, like, put predictions on it, you know, because you haven't seen this type of matchup before, even though you have, you know, Riley Newman, who's the number 4 pick. You know what I mean? It's not just it's not clear. And, yeah, that's what I love so much about Major League Pickleball. And it's always exciting to see this and kind of get away from, like, what we normally see.
Yes.
You know? So.
The new partnerships are one of my favorite things to watch here in Major League Pickleball. So everything
I know you
on
like
the
the
line.
Dream Breakers, though.
Oh, I do. But I love seeing the different partnerships coming together, especially the tide has risen in pro pickleball. The level has gotten, you can speak to this, you're one of the veterans of the game.
Yes.
The level has completely skyrocketed with this being a full-time job for many of these pros now, and so it's only getting that much more competitive and more fun to see which partnerships flourish, which ones maybe not so much.
Yes, I agree with you there. And speaking about being a veteran, Riley Newman, veteran himself, we started around the same time, and you know, he's definitely had such a ride being, you know, a champion in both PPA and both on the MLP side, and it's been fun watching him play with different players all throughout the however many years.
Right. All right, game on, mixed doubles, game number 1 of 2. The 4th will be played no matter what. And Tina Pisnik serving to Brooke Buckner. Riley Newman looking to get the team on his back in this one.
I feel like Riley Newman really excels in mixed just because he's
1-0.
supposed to take over a little bit more, whereas in men's he's a little bit more restricted.
Point.
Oh, wide Burt there.
2-0.
Oh, Tina Pisnik slaps it down the line. Get that out of here.
Yeah, great movement and anticipation. She saw it coming and she was able to get exactly in the right position for that. The ball stays in. Wow. A little scrappy, but we'll take it.
2-2. Right out, point 3.
I love Brooke Buckner's return. Nice and deep, makes it very difficult for Elshon to make a drop from so far behind the baseline.
Oh, Riley Newman snagged it.
He's so good with his hands. He knows exactly how to place that ball, not over swinging. Good spot by Newman.
There has to be an adjustment here for Riley Newman, who's been, you know, you have to find that game level, that pro game level. He's been out of the mix for a little while. And as talented as he is, that has to be an adjustment, Michelle.
Yeah, you know, playing against high-level players and playing, you know, some rec games with your locals is not the same. There's an ebb and flow to matches at this level, and you'll only see it here during PPA competition. So he's definitely settling back in, and it's only going to get better from here for Riley as he comes back. That's for sure. The lob, miscommunication.
Still almost got there, though. Well done by Riley Newman.
He's mixing in those lobs. He did that in men's doubles, too. Good luck. Tina Kiznick on her second forehand. Couldn't just quite execute, but got the combo she needed. Couldn't get out of the way there. Good spot by Riley Newman. The accuracy, very important.
Rally scoring games to 25, win by 2. And in Major League Pickleball, each player stays on their respective side.
Yeah,
well played by Alshon.
One of the things I haven't seen is that you could stay on your side, but there's no side switch. You know, there's, because you can switch sides after the serve or the return. Like, you can stack, but you're not going to see that here. It's going to be a rare time when you see that. Off the net, Riley Newman. Unlucky there. Christian Alshon staying aggressive. Good pressure for Riley Newman.
There's one style of pickleball that Riley Newman loves. It's Major League Pickleball.
Christian Alshon not afraid to come over that center line, and you're going to see a lot of men do that in mix because, you know, you're more aggressive with coming over with your forehand side, so you're going to see that. It's not because they want to hog the court, it's because it just makes more sense as far as positioning on the court. See, like that shot right there was tough for Brooke for backhand. Just there's no room to do much with the backhand when you're on the right side, playing on the right side of the court. The lob again.
Ooh, stingy defense. Riley Newman and Brooke Buckner survive the points. How about the defense of Brooke Buckner? Give her some love on the right, the former Michigan tennis star.
Gotta love defense in pickleball. Keeps you alive in the points and definitely a part of the game you could always work on. Another defensive shot.
Yeah, not much you can do to defend that ball.
It's only a 1-point deficit here. Close game. Great points.
Riley Newman goes through the wickets, as they say in hockey, of Christian Alshon.
Yeah, when you speed up a ball, you just can't wait for the second one to put away. So again, it's not about coming over and taking, you know, someone else's shot. It's more about following up with what you started and being alert and attentive. Nice shot by Alshon.
Some people are bothered in the sport of pickleball with the format of mixed doubles, with the guys stepping over to the right so much. And Anna Bright and James Ignatowicz added a nice column about that. I'll finish it in a second. Nice. There's another step in by Alshon.
Yes.
There's why. And Anna Bright, one of the best females in the game, says she doesn't mind it all day, every day. Step in and take those balls. I'd love to get your perspective from a pro standpoint.
I just need her mentality. Another lob. Didn't work there for Newman. And Tina Kiznick also is able to establish both feet outside very well there.
A lot of Tina Kiznick fans in the house. Hammers that overhead home and a 13-10 lead to go with it on the end change. The Texas Ranchers looking to clean up in 3 games on the Columbus Sliders. We'll see if they can squeak it out on the other side of the break.
You were just happy to be there.
Let's hear it for both teams. About to get started here after the end change. We have Kristen Alshon with the Texas Rangers serving.
The Texas Ranchers with an opportunity to gain 3 points as a team if they can clean up over the Sliders in this mixed doubles game right here. Give you the context of those points in a moment. Just wide, another point for the Ranchers, and the top 6 teams in the Premier level will advance to the playoffs in November, and one in Dallas, one in Orlando. Heavy flick of the wrist from Christian Alshon. Each team will play 23 regular season games, so an opportunity to gain 69 points as a team. That would be the most they could gain. Wide for Newman.
Yeah, interesting. They're not just playing for the win of the match that's going on right now. They're playing for the season.
Yes.
They're playing to say, hey, we're top team, and we want to make it to those playoffs at the end of the year. I like this format. It's new to MLP, and it's really exciting. Nice work by Brooke Buckner. She's sitting on her backhand. Alshon couldn't quite counter.
And the tiebreaker at the end of the season, too, will be the net games from regular season matches. So it could come down to as close as a couple of these games, won or lost.
Every point matters in MLP.
Side out, point 17. 17-11.
good patience. Christian Alshon wasn't able to execute the speed up there.
12-17.
I like it. Alshon sees that one early. Great move.
A little bird action here on championship court.
Great athleticism.
He's a specimen, all right.
Oh, and the ball's called just wide. Was it what? Oh, Riley Newman was just asking. He was just asking. Looks like at the point. Riley Newman constructing the point.
Didn't end the way you wanted, though. Rancher is 5 points away from taking the match. In 3, we will play a 4th, no matter what. The final mixed doubles game of the match.
What is that, her first missed shot?
Unbelievable. Tina Pisnik has risen to the top rapidly.
Yeah, her premier debut has been fun to watch. Definitely a force.
Right out, point 21.
Pressure still on the Columbus Sliders.
21-13.
Christian Alshon also playing a little relentless. Reset. What a point. I love how all players are being so patient on when to execute, when to attack, because that's the whole point of dinking, is not to give your opponent what they want, which is to slam, slam, bam, bam. And it's been great pickleball thus far. Switching sides. Alshon hits one on the right side and misses.
A little run and a little life for the Sliders, doing everything they can to stay alive in this match.
15-21.
Nice pressure there from Alshon, just nothing too crazy, just keeping it 1 point at a time. One shot at a time, high percentage.
Oh, Tina Pisnik. Unfazed by the hammer of an overhead by Riley Newman, but misses that reset chance. The Sliders come away with another point. Time running out. We'll see.
Tina Pisnik style reminds me of Lindsay Newman, just super on everything, just super solid, consistent, doesn't make too many errors. Great defense.
Christian Alshon welcoming that lofty chance given by Riley Newman. And a foot fault now being challenged on the side of the Sliders.
Do you think it was clean, Michelle?
Looked clean to me, but we'll have another
it
look.
looked clean to me too. But it's a good way to call a timeout. Challenge maybe doesn't necessarily have anything to do with them calling the timeout here, but it's a good way to take it. Might as well challenge it. This game, oh, here we go. Here's a replay.
I think he's
Yeah,
clean.
looks pretty clean.
As long as the front feet were clear. Yeah, I see clear.
Yeah. The heel didn't touch. He hit the ball before moving over to the other side of the net post. He looked clear. These games to 25. It's different from the first few seasons. Last season we played up to 21.
And it was win on your serve.
And it was win on your serve. And it's just a long, long game. There's so much time to like make adjustments. And even with 2 points away from the game, there's so much that they need to do to come back. But it's definitely doable with this rally scoring. And hopefully Riley Newman, Brooke Buckner could find something.
After review, there was no foot fault on the last rally. The result
Well,
of the rally
at least
is
they
23-16.
will have
Texas
enjoyed
Rangers
a
serving.
break.
Columbus Sliders lose 1 free video challenge and have 2 remaining.
So each team gets 3 challenges per match, and as a result of an incorrect challenge, the Sliders will use one of their free challenges. They have 2 left.
Nice shot. Now, can you explain, is it 3 challenges throughout the entire, all the matches or games that they play?
It's across the entire match.
Got it, got it.
Right out, point 24.
Christian Elshon pickpockets Brooke Buckner.
Yeah, that spot right into the body, like I said, it's really hard to do anything when you're so close to the ball. Good pick there.
Right out, point 18.
Look out!
That must have felt good for
Was that
Riley Newman.
high-pitched scream, Christian Elshon?
I think it was.
18-24.
Yeah.
I heard a high-pitched yelp from courtside.
Yeah. Riley Newman trying to find maybe a speed up on Tina, but she always has a response.
She sure does. So does Christian Elshon. Game 3 goes to the Texas Ranchers, 25-18. This team is looking to be like a team to beat here in Major League Pickleball.
That's right. I love it.
We've got one more mixed doubles game to go on both sides. Megan Dazan and Connor Garnett will look to get a game off the Texas Ranchers against Pablo Tellez and Etta Wright. We'll have more from Major League Pickleball Atlanta, stop number 1 on the MLP season, coming your way right after this. Back here in Atlanta for Major League Pickleball. First stop of 8 of the regular season. And match number 1 on championship court goes to the Texas Ranchers. Took this one in 3 games. They're looking to clean up in 4. And remember, the distinguishing nuance here, if they can clean up, well, they already did.
Right.
Earn 3 points as a team. Had this gone to a Dream Breaker, their team would have only been awarded 2 points. This
Right.
matters into the context of an entire season, as each team will be playing 23 total matches across the season, across the various stops on the tour this season for Major League Pickleball. We've got a mid-season tournament and the playoffs as well. Top 6 teams will advance to the playoffs. A lot of money on the line, a lot of pride on the line, and you know who's hurting right now with pride is Riley Newman.
Yeah.
This is his marquee event, and just let that mixed doubles game slip away. So,
And the
game
men's
4,
doubles.
in terms of the win of the match, this doesn't mean anything necessarily for the Sliders, but in the context of the season, it could have implications. So you still
Yes.
want to put your best foot forward here.
Yes, yes. I still want to see a really good match between these two, just because this is kind of their realistic, you know, match that they're going to be playing. And so, again, these partners have played with each other, never before?
Exactly.
So they need to kind of figure things out right now for the rest of the season. There's a lot of things to figure out between Connor and Riley. There's a lot of things to figure out between Megan Dizon and Brooke Buckner. So let's see if there's any kind of chemistry between Connor Garnett and Megan Dizon.
Yeah.
Because Riley, they played well. Riley and Brooke played well, but you know, it's kind of intimidating. You know, Riley's like intimidating. I'm not gonna lie, and you know, just kind of have to figure each other out as new partners.
0-0.
Well, don't forget the Sliders. They have another match tonight against the New York Hustlers, so no better time to figure it out than here. First serve underway. Long for Tellez and Megan Dizon and Connor Garnett looking to get a game for their team, get some momentum ahead of that match tonight against the Hustlers.
Oh, Connor Garnett with the miss serve again. Struggling with that serve. But you know what? In Red Rock, he won bronze with 10 missed serves, so that's not going to discourage him at all here.
A compact two-y from Connor Garnett.
Yeah, as Ed is playing on the left, you kind of always anticipate that ball coming your right side, your forehand side, but Connor did a great job at putting it over to her left. And another good counter there.
Connor Garnett won his first gold in LA this month on the PPA side in men's singles. Looking to build on that here in Major League Pickleball.
Yeah, they have 2 gold medalists on that team from LA. With Rick Buckner as well.
And Etta Wright pocketed a couple of mixed doubles titles on the PPA side in Houston and in Utah, playing with Ben Johns.
Connor's on it. Can't go there.
4-2.
Wow. And Tui Nation goes wide. What a shot from Connor Garnett.
I see Connor Garnett taking a lot of balls in this mixed game.
Connor Garnett cracked SportsCenter's top 10 this season with an ATP special. Ooh, and Tellez trying to come up with one himself. Couldn't do it. What pressure from Megan Dizon on the dink.
Yeah, that's a good spot to hit to right there. Going behind Pablo Tellez.
Point.
And a point like that where, you know, you're kind of burned,
7-2.
right? That could carry a little bit more momentum in the next point. So tight return from Pablo.
Side out, point 3. 3-7.
Down by 4.
Point. 4-7.
no fouls called on the overhead of Pablo Tellez. He did not reestablish. That's tough.
8-4. Right out, point
Pablo
5.
Tellez putting it on Megan Duzan this time. Mixing things up.
5-8.
There's that push off in the kitchen. He has to put both feet down before he hits that overhead since he moved out of the kitchen there on the overhead.
Six, 8. Right out, point 9.
Trickler off the net.
9-6. Right out.
Pablo Tellez calls it wide. That was pretty close. You never know.
7-9.
We don't have their view, so. Yeah, that dead dink from Pablo gave the opportunity for Connor Garnett to kind of just put it anywhere he wanted to. What's scary about Connor Garnett's two-handed backhand is that you don't know where he's going to go.
Yeah,
he
shifty.
sets up so early. You don't know what's going to happen.
Right out, point 8.
By the way, if you're interested in the TUI merch, Connor Garnett tells me he's coming out with merch soon.
That's exciting.
Trying to bring some love to the TUI.
Right out, point 11.
I'd say he's doing a pretty good job here on this performance. You can find out more at connorgarnett.com.
Another missed serve from Garnett. I'm baffled at this point with Connor Garnett's serve. I know the altitude excuse from the Red Rock Open last week, but it's just kind of tough. It's kind of tough to watch, you know? Great defense by Duzan. He's looking for the vert, but he just hit a little too flat as the ball was dropping down. What a point.
Sliders 1 point away from the end change. Looking to get some momentum going. Big match tonight against the Hustlers.
Nice. What a point, what a point.
Says, here's TUI Nation. Look this one up.
Connor Garnett got her earlier on with that exact same shot, and she just returned it to him. Ooh, missed backhand dink. Megan Duzan, beautiful job on going behind Pablo Tellez. That's one of the main things that she needs to be working on here in this game.
The Sliders on top 13-11, an end change and a bit of momentum, looking to grab a game, though the Ranchers have already clinched the match. We'll talk implications for the Sliders on the other side of the break. Megan Dizon and Connor Garnett teaming up in this mixed doubles game number 4 on the Texas Ranchers. Ooh, getting away with a little pop-up there was Megan Dizon. She knows it, and another point for the Sliders.
Sometimes just getting the last paddle on the ball makes a huge difference. That's not coming back.
A couple of big blows from Pablo Tejas. All right, and Pablo Tejas spent some time on the PPA tour playing together in mixed doubles. Had some success, almost got a win over Ben and Annalie to start the year. Ooh, and a two, he hooks through the middle. Connor Garnett, his signature shot.
Yeah, if you see that follow through that he has, it's so upward on the motion. It's not through, it's upward to get that top spin, which makes that ball dip at the baseline.
At out point 13.
Connor Garnett with a little frustration on his serve. That's his 3rd one of this game. I think the 7th overall of this match.
At out point 16.
But it's how you respond, right? That's a good response from Garnett, just moving on, composing himself.
The net for Garnett. So speaking of response, the Sliders have another match tonight. Is it more of an advantage to come out and play one match, even if you lose, to then bounce back against the Hustlers, or? Is it better to have a fresh slate? If you're New York, you can make an argument either way, but what would be your preference?
Personally, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. You know, and
so you'd rather come back out after a loss?
Come back, yeah. Kind of prove yourself. I always live by the motto, and I always do, like, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. There's always going to be another opportunity. So it's how you respond. It's how you take it and what you could do with it. Big forehand put away from Pablo Tejas.
Side out right here.
I love the crowd at MLP too. They're pumped up.
Connor Garnett taking care of that one.
Right there. One return, Pablo. One return. Yep.
I love the sideline. I like how the coaches could say whatever they want.
Side out point
Oh,
17.
Connor Garnett looked like he jumped out of that last one for the miss. Kind of stood up on the follow through.
Point.
Missed return and a tie game. The Ranchers pull back after trailing by 3. Oh, great fight on the side of the Ranchers. Connor Garnett was toying with Tellez. They solved it.
Yeah, it's tough moving up to a ball full speed and then just gently placing it back into the kitchen. Oh my goodness, Pablo Tellez.
Here we go, side out.
19-18. Point.
And the Ranchers steal the momentum up by 2, and a much more deflated looking Columbus Sliders team at the moment. So what's the discussion now on the side of the Sliders to inch their way back in?
Someone's got to pump Connor Garnett up right now. Just tell him to keep, his head up and keep swinging away. I just feel like he's missing a little bit of, I don't know, just missing a little spark that we usually see from him, right?
Yeah.
A little bit, the energy. And the sidelines from the Ranchers, like, you could hear the encouragement. You could hear the coaching every single point, and I feel like that's what's needed from Connor's team, right? So being on the sidelines plays a huge part of MLP, and you got to be in it. You got to be there for your teammate, and want to hear it from those sidelines. Come on, Riley. Come on, Brooke. Give him some encouragement here.
15 seconds. No timeouts. 1 timeout.
Even with Megan, give me a high five or something. You know what I mean? I feed off of energy,
Yeah,
obviously.
so much of Major League Pickleball is energy too.
Yes. Wow, what a serve.
Point.
All right. Jams up Garnett at another point for the Ranchers.
21-18.
Nice spot by Connor Garnett going behind Pablo Tellez as you see him creeping towards the middle.
Finally, the momentum and run of the Ranchers comes to an end. And Pablo spent some time gaining that synergy. It's an incredible angle from Pablo Tellez. By the way, 8-3 as a team at a rate, and Pablo Tellez lost 14-12 in the third to Annalie and Ben in Phoenix earlier this season on the PPA side of things when you can choose your partners.
Yep.
So this was a wise decision by the Ranchers to draft these two together as a package deal. It wasn't a package deal, but they made it so.
Yeah, that's smart. Someone's been doing their research.
20-22.
Yeah. Pablo sees the combo, follows it up. Rancher's definitely firing it up here.
23-20.
Wow, what a response. What a response from Tellez. That gives them their first, what, game point?
Game point, yep, for the Ranchers.
All
right.
21.
Not yet, and no matter what happens on this point, still a game point for the Ranchers. No longer a win on your serve situation, no freeze.
21-24.
This year's format a bit different from last year. Oh no, and it will end on the missed serve of Connor Garnett, who's been tweaking that serve and has been a focal point the last couple of tournaments. And congratulations to the Texas Rangers for taking away 3 team points for the clean sweep over the Columbus Sliders. Your overall thoughts on this Rangers team?
I was not expecting that. I was not expecting the sweep, to be honest with you. I thought it was going to go into a dream breaker. I was looking forward to that, but kudos to Rangers for really dialing it in and executing on their game plans. You could tell they were really chatting it up, and let's see how they do the rest of this season. Rangers definitely a favorite.
We're going to step aside for just a moment, and when we return, we will chat with a couple of the winners. Christian Elshon and Tina Pisnik will join us to talk about the big win on the other side of the break.
I love. He's 5. You're so sweet. You're just a love. You travel with them.